Okay. Assalamualaikum and good morning everyone.
Salam.
Baik. Okay. So how are you today? Ada respon. We learn about human computer interaction, right? Fine, thank you. Okay. So we should have interaction even though we interact through computer. That's why subjects talking about interactions between human to computer, human through computer. Okay, so I think we have not finished yet of HCI. Okay, let me know if my internet is not good. You couldn't hear me well. Okay, boleh dengar kan? Okay tak? Saya punya apa ni? So alright. You. So let's continue our part 2. Okay. Our part 2 of human abilities. Remember, we are in the middle of discussions of 5 sense of human, right? So on the human abilities, which one first? See, act, think, which one? Which one first? Remember? See, acting ke or acting see ke? Which one? Do you still remember? Ada yang masih ingat lagi? What is the human abilities that we learn before? Ingat? Sedih lah pula dia. Let us refresh back. Okay, so human abilities. Oh, ni, this one. See, think, and act. Kan? That's why we are here in the site. Okay, see. Okay. So we stop at slide 32. Yeah. Okay. Read flow. Okay. So read flow principle, action items, button link, it should support the flow of the user in the same way as a reading occur. The last action should be the most likely action to avoid backtracking. Okay, left, back, stop, quick, cancel, previous, right, back, next, stop, submit. Okay, this one. Next slide. Previous slide. Okay. Of course, next slide should be on the right side. Normally, right? Next slide. Previous is you go back. Okay. So when you read a books or you read something, so the button and link should flow as in what you do manual reading. So normally we read from the left to right, right? Kalau Chinese tu atas bawah itu tulisan dulu lah kan? Betul ya semua. Like this one. Up and down, up and down, up and down. But normal, our reading is through left to right, left to right. Kalau Jawi, right to left kan? Then you read Quran, right? So from right to left, right to left. Okay, but normal alphabetical, we read English or BM, right? Malay, it's on the left to right. Okay, yes. Thank you, Izdiat. Izdiat. You all punya nama ni unik-unik lah. Inilah millennium kan. Susah saya nak sebut. Tu belum lagi dekat Sabah. Dekat Sabah, nama dia lagi macam artis-artis. Ada Sempena Super Mario, ada McLaren, semua macam artis. Bila buka semester kan, kita tengok list of student, wow, semua ni foreigner. Actually they are local, Sabahan. Because Sabahan ni dia suka name dia punya anak based kepada artis. Okay, artis yang diorang suka lah. Artis ke, model ke, pelakon ke, so yang popular. So nama diorang memang wow. Kita tengok macam, ui, foreigner semua dalam kelas saya. Sekali tengok semua local actually. Okay, alright. That's the selingan lah kan. Okay. So similar with this window. How you go through the window? So as usual, we read from left to right. So we go through like this here as well. So that's why normally the button on the right side. Okay, similar with others. This one looks window, the old window lah. Okay, so this on the right does not flow. So because it have the button on the left side, the content on the right side. Okay, so if you see the button on the right side, because normally should be on the right. So that's why this is not doesn't follow the flow. Okay, we done the first sense, which is sight. Okay, dari mata turun ke hati dah done, right? Now we are in hearing. Okay, hearing. Okay, so hearing include the ear, physical reception of the sound, okay, and also brain. Okay, you listen and then you think, what sound is it, right? From where the sound, right? Okay, so human can process sound between 20 Hz to 15 kilohertz. Okay, hearing to ears allow us to locate sound. Dekat mana bunyi tu? Okay, provide information about environment, distance, okay, berapa jarak. The kuat bunyi means it should be around you, right? Direction, from where the sound, and you can identify what kind of object, what kind of sound, okay, what kind of the sound, okay, what object what object is that, okay. So sound change in the air pressure, okay, pitch, sound frequency, okay, loudness, okay, using amplitude, okay, timbre, sound caused by different instrument. Okay, these three types of sound. Okay, used heavily in game development because normally when you play game, normally we like to use a sound, right? How it should, kan? How it you are the game generation. You know, you like to play a game with a sound. Okay. Okay. Adakah orang suka main game dalam keadaan silent? Ada kan, right? Because maybe they want to they don't want to disturb others. Maybe memang dia suka yang soundnya, tapi tak ni lah, tak apa, you don't feel kan, you don't feel if the game doesn't have a sound. Actually I also play game. The game yang saya play ni ialah game Candy Crush lah. Tak nampak dia punya chatting. Valorant, tak ada feeling. Ya, tak ada feeling. Saya main Candy Crush kan, Candy Crush yang dekat Shopee tu, because I have the Candy Crush yang install in my computer. The one install tu kita panggil apa? Dia ada dua. But that one, okay, I'm afraid that I couldn't stop it, kan? Because Shopee they have limit life. You habis nyawa tu, so you can stop. Sebab game ni we can immerse. Oh, saya tak main Shopee Farm. Saya main yang dia punya Candy Crush je. Shopee Farm ni saya macam boring lah. You tak boring yang tanam-tanam kan? I don't know because yang before the farm ni dia like you tanam, you nak kena dapat coin. Sama. Shopee apa ni? Candy Crush pun dapat coin. And bila you buy something, you get a coin, you can buy your life, buy others dia punya features tu kan, and you can play around tu kan. So bila nyawa habis, so I can stop, so I can do my work. If not, I also cannot stop playing the game. I immerse with the game. That's the word, the game. Okay. So how is sound used in interface? Okay. So issues warning. Warning. You want to tell that you have a limit life, kan? Or you are in danger. Or you get something. What else? What else sound purpose for? Convey information. Give you alert. To inform you, okay, you are in the what level. Ting ting, right? Tang tang tung tung. Macam-macam lah bunyi dia, kan? Okay. So auditory system filter sound, ignore background noise, concentrate and important information. Like Webex, okay? What I prefer using a Webex others than I know that Webex is quite heavy, okay? Because if you are in some place that a little bit rural, maybe you couldn't open the Webex because it's quite heavy. Okay, normally people choose Google Meet, right? Because it's using a browser only. However, I prefer Webex, okay, because Webex looks fixed, okay, and they have this filtering sound, okay, where I can choose a music or I can noise. I can choose a noise sound, so automatically it filter the noise around me. So you only can hear my voice, okay, instead from others. Ada a few lagi option untuk audio Webex ni, which is that's why I prefer using a Webex, okay. Because maybe I used to it, kan. Before people always saying that Google Meet, kan. But when Google start to charge, so people need to consider which plan is better. Okay. So normally university will choose Webex because Webex offer a better plan. Okay. Masa dekat UMS dulu pun they have 3 option, Webex, Microsoft Team, Webex or Microsoft Team. Okay. For Google they didn't subscribe the premium plan only for education, which is limited to 100 participants only. But Webex give you more than 1,000. So have more capacity lah, which better. Okay. And we have another choice, which is Microsoft Team. Okay. Microsoft Team, I did play around also, but some of the students couldn't open the chat box. For me, chat box important. Okay. Instead of you can turn on your mic, you can have your emoticon, right? But you need to have an interaction with me using the chat. If you realize, okay, the Webex link I give you is from the UMS account. UMS ni bagus lah, dia bagi gift. They still give us access, give me access because kata orang penghargaan because I teach there more than 5 years, 9 years kan. So dia bagi mana jasa khidmat macam tu lah. So I still can use a few account from UMS. Okay. Because UITM I couldn't use the premium plan. UITM also subscribe Webex, but I don't know. I couldn't register. They said that it's open, but I couldn't create account like what I give you. I can have the recording and so on. That's limited lah using it. That's why I continue using the UMS. Okay. Can pick up our name spoken across a crowded noisy room. This one is because of the filter lah. Okay, that's hearing. Now the third sense, which is touch. Okay. What happened? People is kind don't want to go for online before, okay? Until we are forced to use it when COVID-19, okay? Because we believe on see outside, see, touch, we want to feel. Betul ke ni cotton kan? Betul ke ni nylon kan? You want to touch, you want to feel. Is it too soft? Is it because you don't believe. They said that this is soft, this is too soft, right? Something like that. So, but you want to touch it. So touch lah. Now we are in the touch sense. Use less in HCI than sight and sound. Of course, okay, when we talk about the touch, because electronic, less use for touch, haptic sensory. Okay. Provide additional environment, information, feedback, allow us to know position of our limbs through receptors in our joint kinesthetics. This is because of we touch. Yeah? Maybe key sense for someone who is visually impaired. Yeah, those visually impaired, blind. Okay, you need to touch something. That's why we have a braille, kan? Braille punya system. Okay, if you look in our leaf, kan, there is a button, not a button. The sense, kan, the touch sense, okay, for the blind one. Okay, that's why if you look Japan, example of Japan, saya suka bagi contoh Japan lah, saya tengok a lot of things lah there. In a road, okay, always they have a blind friendly. Okay? There is a yellow line, okay, with a touch ada apa kata dia, ada sense dia macam based on dia punya apa ni, panggil apa, saya pun nak sebut differentiate, kan, differentiate that the blind can touch, so they can understand what is it. Okay, is it straight, you need to corner, is it traffic light, okay, okay, most okay, this one is when you touch it relate with thermoreceptor, you can and you can feel the heat and cool. Okay, nociceptor, pain, heat, intense pressure. You touch, you feel pain, you feel heat, heat same before. Mechanoreceptor, pressure normal, some instant, some continuous. Okay, this is a types of touch sensory. Some area more sensitive than others, fingers. Okay. Ada orang dia sensitif, kan, dia tak boleh feel. Dia feel numb, kan, dia feel numb. Okay. Ada they are born to. Sentuhlah tak ada rasa. Dia numb, dia dah kebas. Dia tak boleh feel. Emo, apa emo? Numbness lah. Dia tak boleh nak touch. So other person dia ada problem on motor impact dia. Okay, dia tak boleh pusing-pusingkan dia punya tangan. Macam kita normal user, kan, we can do like this and this, kan. Dia tak boleh. Dia punya movement limited. So this is research from my friends lah. She did a game that limited movement for this motor impact. So dia punya game tu ada satu touch je, satu button je untuk dia touch. Space bar ke apa, ada satu button je dia tekan. So they limit the pergerakan untuk orang ni lah, case motor impact person. Okay. So numbness pun we need to consider there is a person yang ada numb punya problem issues, kan. Okay, now the fourth, right? The fourth taste and smell. They put together. Okay, taste is your ni, kan, punya lidah, kan. Smell is your noise, right? Okay, typically not exploited in computer interface design. Jaranglah. Macam mana ni you nak hidu bau yang keluar? But ada, okay, ada. Masa saya study dulu, there is a researcher, dia buat research tentang taste dengan smell ni. Dia buat research tentang macam ni. Ada orang long distance punya relationship, kan. Dia nak buat satu body, satu dia macam patung lah, toys. Yang dia feel dia punya pasangan tu dekat dengan dia. So dia ada buat satu macam dia bantal ke baju ke, kan, which is dia keluar sense pasangan dia macam tu. Okay, sampai macam tu sekali. Jepun memang, Jepun kita tahulah Jepun dia a lot of toy yang dia buat ni dia ada benda-benda ni semua yang sense yang normally kita jarang-jarang gunakan untuk komputer. But they put in robot. Dia boleh test, dia boleh taste, kita boleh taste dia, boleh smell dia. Okay. Saya teringat video Google Nose. Macam mana tu? Kita sikit, is that? Saya tak tahu macam mana tu video Google Nose.
Basically ada satu video ni dia buat April Fool lah, tapi konsep dia menarik juga. Basically kita boleh hidup apa yang kita nak. Dia macam ada satu device tu dia keluarkan bau yang kita nak.
Yes. Itulah overseas actually I actually came across with this one also. Okay, you can smell you can feel, you can smell, all the five senses are there actually. Then you punya komputer boleh keluar bau apa yang boleh feel you kan. Contohlah you rasa depressed. So you push a button, maybe apa ni, kalau yang berkenaan dengan bau ni apa yang kita panggil lavender kan, lavender. Why not? We can do actually. Kan? Banyak benda. If you think other things that yang macam kita rasa tak logic, actually nowadays we can do that. Okay, just you search, you can get a few from international lah, normally international. I think you watch movie, right? These things also you can see in the movie. Ada kan? So macam-macam. So nanti later on kita go through lah yang contoh-contoh benda-benda macam ni. Okay, ni ada dia buat link lah. You can go to see the adding smell to simulations. Yeah. Like Izzat said, there is sebenarnya. You boleh klik link and go to tengok. Okay, edible user interface. Okay, you boleh klik this example as well. Okay, banyak ni sebab I hope that I can cover these 2 hours to complete chapter 1. We have part 2 and part 3 more. Then next week we can go to chapter 2. Human abilities, motor system. Okay, motor system. This one is the motor system that I mentioned before. Our response to stimulus and stop. Okay, action generated by muscle movement. Okay. See how you move, speed, and how accurate you click, right? The button you click. Because sometimes you lost a little bit your motor, your muscle movement tu kan. You cannot accurately choose. Nampak macam senang. Apa ni, macam kita main game kan. Pernah tak you all might pergi ke apa ni, theme park, you play a game yang baling-baling untuk aim something tu kan. I like to play that game. Okay, walaupun saya dah tua lah kan. I like to play that. Okay, I try to play. Okay, not because I want that game that gift. Okay, of course lah I want that gift kan. If you see in my bag, I have a lot of things I get from it tau. Dia punya toy lah. Saya suka main tu because I want to test my accuracy. Saya suka main benda-benda yang aim. That's good. You want to test your accuracy tu. Typically, a trade-off exists: more speed, less accuracy. Okay, because you want to fast. But if you can have these both, which is good, you can have speed and accurate. Wow. Okay. Remember what we play quizzes before? You all ke yang main quizzes tu? Ada tak saya bagi quizzes? Main game quizzes? Ada kan? You all kan? Because 4 class, jadi sometimes saya lupa. And the class is quite similar. You all had CI, human computer interaction, and another class is also interface, but that one is a programming interface system. Okay. Another one is e-commerce, but also included HCI as well. Okay, that's why it's quite similar course. Okay, so sometimes I miss up lah. So quizzes, you main apa satu lagi game yang dulu before quizzes is kind of popular. Kahoot kan? Kahoot kan? You speed at the same time accurate. Means you have a correct answer or wrong answer, right? If you get both, of course you can be number 1. Not only correct answer, but speed is important. Practice can improve speed and accuracy. See? That's why I used to it because I want to practice this one. Kalau you rasa you kurang accurate, kan, kurang speed, you try lah macam you rasa you lari slow kan. You run too slow kan. if you see me, macam saya ni sport ni kan, sport apa? Sport woman kan, macam je gaya macam sport. But actually saya bukan sport, saya bukan sport. I hate sport. Masa sekolah dulu, saya memang tak suka sport. Okay? Bila lari dekat padang tu kan, saya tahu bila time sukan. You know, you are in apa ni, secondary and primary school kan, ada school day kan. Saya paling tak suka school day. And my parents also know my ability ya. Tak payahlah pergi sukan tu, dia cakap lari macam kura-kura paling last sekali. You know, I'm the last one. Walaupun I put all my effort, I don't know why, I still the last person. I don't know why. Okay? Maybe I need to practice more lah kan, use the correct technique. Tapi saya selalu last. Even though orang kata, oh kurus. Because when I enter frame before, frame ni ialah dia semi-government. Okay? You need to choose one sport tau. So they asked me to join ni lah running. Lari 100 meter, 200 meter. So I said, no. I cannot do that. I cannot run. Diorang terkejut. Okey lah kalau orang tak boleh, apa tu bola sepak kita panggil? Saya lupa nama dia apa. Apa kita panggil yang bola sepak? Bukan bola sepak, apa panggil? Dia macam bola sepak tu, apa tapi dalam indoor. Apa panggil apa tu? Apa dia? Futsal, ya futsal. They asked me to join futsal. Futsal lagi saya tak boleh. I cannot play game yang sama-sama dengan orang. Because saya takut bola. I'm feel afraid that the bola will came to me, okay, and hit me. That's my feeling. So what game do you think I will choose? Sebab dekat dalam frame ni, bila you masuk, you kena choose one sport. So what do you think sport yang saya pilih? Anyone can guess? Swimming. Ada lucu juga Amirul ni. Swimming tak ada. Dia swimming ni dia ikut tempat. Kalau tempat tu memang ada swimming pool, yes, there is a swimming punya sport lah. Tapi you know frame tu hutan tau. Okay, dia tak ada swimming, dia tak ada swimming pool. Lagi, what else? Takkan you tak tahu. What I mentioned is I don't like outdoor sport. So should be indoor sport kan? So apa indoor sport yang you guess I'm good at it? Macam saya suka speed accuracy ni lah. Saya suka speed accuracy. What do you think? Anyone play indoor game here? What indoor game that we have? Apa? Ping-pong. Ping-pong indoor I thought it's outdoor because it's quite active. Oh boleh lah dia main di dalam. Okay? Tapi itu pun still active. Video game. Itu permainan zaman moden sekarang. Zaman sekarang dia yang tidak melibatkan komputer lah. Of course sport. Video game, e-games ni baru-baru just for your generations. My generation still yang sport dulu. Bowling hampir. Bowling pun about accuracy. Okay, tapi saya pun suffer juga lah main bowling, bukan main action lagi tapi tak kena. So actually I choose chess. Tapi saya tak pandai untuk play the role tu. Yang you pandai main the role kan. Those yang main chess, I know that it's kind of you have a good brain tau. You boleh buat strategies. But I'm not that good. Okay, so I choose dam. Kita tahu permainan orang tua dulu dam. Okay, damaji kan? Pernah dengar damaji? Ada tahu sukan tu damaji. But saya kalah because dekat frame ni dia ada driver. Driver ni they have a lot of times. Kan? Bila dia tak ada kerja, dia akan main damaji ni. So, saya duduk je depan dia orang. Less than 1 minute saya kalah. Pop. Habis dia orang kalahkan saya. Sebab dia orang memang expert main damaji. Orang tua-tua memang terror damaji ya. So, the next game that I choose is apa? Carom. I play carom. That's the game yang saya terus stick sampai saya 7 years dekat frame saya main carom. Because I like to do ni kan accuracy tu. Kita dapat johan, kita dapat pergi daerah apa semua. Kita main dalam team lah, dia ada single, dia ada double. Dia ada mix macam tu lah. So carom lah is the one that I choose. So kalau tengok dalam group saya tu, kalau actually it's still there in if you Google me, related with frame, ada saya main carom. Okay, so our team ni semua yang dah tua-tua sikit lah, ada a few lah, 1 or 2 saja yang muda lagi kan. So bila kita ambil gambar ramai-ramai kan, kawan saya Encik Syed lah, dia kata apa, ini kumpulan apa ni, ibu-ibu tunggal, dia kata, kalau perempuan semualah. Okay, perang asam macam ni diorang kan. So because this game is untuk orang dulu-dulu kan, bukan not the new one. Okay, tapi saya like to play carom. Okay, I love to play carom because I like accuracy. Okay, practice can improve. Okay, fatigue can reduce speed. Kalau you fatigue also kan, it can reduce your speed because you don't have the energy, right? You don't have the energy, it might slow your action. So you also not accurate as usual. So this can be improved. Okay, talking about the motor system. So motor system related with transmit to the brain, process, valid response generated, okay, and then the brain signal, muscle response. Okay, you think what you want to do. Okay, you use your mouse, okay, and then you choose something like that lah. The reaction to movement time. Okay. Reaction time. Okay, so now talking about reaction time. Just now is motor, right? Motor system. There exists trade-off between speed and reaction and accuracy. More speed equal to less accuracy. But I believe also it can. Not necessarily more speed, less accuracy. More speed, more accurate also can be. But you need to practice. Okay. This trade-off is not always present. Okay. Fit laws are used to evaluate movement and design. Okay. This, kalau talking about SCI, yeah, you will familiar with this word, fit law. Okay. Fit law, law. Okay, so fit law used to evaluate movement and design principle. Okay. Movement time was a logarithmic function. Ini berkenaan dengan apa ni, maths, right? Distance when target size was held constant. Okay. So we go through fit law. Fit law often cited by, this is the one lah sebenarnya yang buat fit. Si fit ni kan, is a model of human movement in human-computer interaction and ergonomics. Okay, that predict that the time required to rapidly move to a target area is function of the distance and the size of the target. Okay, again, fit law ni, it's in the human-computer interaction and ergonomic field. Okay, they predict, okay, time required, okay, to rapidly move to the target function, to the distance and size target. It depends on the distance and size of the target. In Wikipedia, okay, in Malaysia actually we don't refer Wikipedia because Wikipedia, if you're doing your FYP later on or you are writing a paper, actually we don't want you to refer to Wikipedia because Wikipedia is contribution to anyone without validation and verification. That's why in Malaysia normally we avoid to refer to Wikipedia, wiki ni, something that wiki ni cannot. But overseas actually they refer to Wikipedia. They believe on Wikipedia. They believe that all the contribution is value. Okay, itulah differentnya kita kan. So fit law can be used to determine the size and location object. So remember, fit law, it relate with size and location. This one mentioned distance is location lah. So the bigger object and the closer it is to us, the easier to move. Easier it is to move. Okay. The quicker you can reach the target, the more convenient and easy to use. So you remember this law. Okay. The bigger object and close to you, easier to move. Okay. Another one. The quicker you can reach the target object, and the more convenient and easy to use. Macam whisk kan. The best the best direction kan. The best direction is the more convenient and easy to use. Okay. Bigger object and close. Yang this one, yeah. Anyone can give example. Bigger and close is the easiest to move to. Apa maksud dia? Any example? Bigger and close. Jadi if this one I can give like ways lah. Ways can give a short direction kan. But they have give you option. You can use the long but without the toll punya kan. So it's kind of ways lah. Ways ke Google Map. This one, bigger object and close to us. What is the good example to give you? Easy to move it. Anyone? Anyone can think? Bigger object and close. Bigger and close. Try to think yang electronic. Then this one I couldn't imagine yet. Bigger and close. What is it? Anyone? Boleh fikir? The more bigger and close. What is the one that bigger and close? Nantilah saya fikirkan Anyone tak ada? So yang ni macam susah sikit. Laptop bigger and close to us, the easier it is to move to. The easier is it to move. Kan susah saya pun nak fikir. Laptop, boleh ke laptop? Makin besar laptop tu kan, and dekat and close to us, the easier it is to move it. Betul ke laptop? Tak apalah, nanti saya cari contoh yang ni kan. Susah yang ni susah sikit nak cari sebab dia melibatkan objek tu kan. Okay. Alright. So the farther away an object is the longer it takes to acquire with a mouse. Jauh objek tu akan take a longer lah. It takes to acquire with a mouse. Ini talking about the use of mouse or your mousepad ni kan. Because saya guna mousepad kan. Okay. In order to keep the average acquisition speed, object need to be larger. Okay, itu maksud dia yang tadi kan bigger. So kalau dia small kan, susah kan you nak reach dia. Yeah, object need to be larger. Kalau objek tu besar, so easily you boleh accurate go direct pergi dekat dia macam tu. Instead of yang kecil, you maybe need to move a little bit, something like that. Itu kot maksud dia kan. And then a distance to a target and the size of the target, example button or link lah, affect the speed at which a user could effectively reach the target. Ni macam dia punya iPad kan, sama juga dengan mousepad kan. This one is better. This one is bad. Apply by designer to suggest moving target button closer, making them larger or extreme commonly used button. Macam phone dulu-dulu. Okay. I don't know if you have experience using yang 3310. Kan dulu-dulu handphone lagi besar yang boleh buat baling apa tu. Saya pun tak tahu kenapa orang sebut baling anjing. Kesian anjing tu kena baling pula kan. Yang boleh buat baling tu lah kan. The bigger one kan. So macam yang walkie-talkie. Yang itu kan. Handphone brick kan. Punya besar kan. Okay, lepas tu kita keluar dengan semakin kecil lagi orang suka. Keluarlah 3310. Lepas tu 3310 tu actually is kind of big. So they change from the big size to the smaller size. Zaman dulu lagi kecil size phone tu lagi orang suka tau. Lepas tu dia ada flip kan. Zaman dulu. Saya pernah lah guna macam-macam jenis handphone yang besar, dulu pada yang besar sampai yang a small one. Sampai yang flip tu nampak macam stylish lah, stylish. But now, the more is bigger right? Motorola, yes, I have experience. Yang Motorola tu is kind of the brick one. Saya pernah ada Motorola. Tu macam kita letak saja kan, tapi we bring along tau. We bring along the Motorola tu dengan maintainer dia. Tu zaman dulu-dulu. Okay. So actually the button, okay, yang 3310 lah, saya bagi contoh 3310 sebab famous orang sebut 3310. Okay, 3310 ni, or the phone same years dengan dia ni, Motorola ke Samsung ke. Actually when you drive, you can text. You tahu tak? Bila you dah use with the button, you can text while driving. Wow. But I believe yang sekarang ni pun, even though now you are using a big screen, right? Touch screen, kan? You can type while you're driving. Oh, that's good. Tapi saya tak buat lah, saya tak buat. But bila dia big screen, susah. You might miss some of the text. Lepas tu dia kecil-kecil pula dia punya button too close with each other, right? Like yang jari gemuk-gemuk tu, kan? Mungkin you cannot touch properly, kan? Tapi kalau you have a suggestion word, you type a few words and then it give you suggestion, that's give an easy for the user to use it, right? That's why they have a suggestion function. Kalau dulu-dulu pun tu lah, I want to give you comparison. Dulu-dulu kan, we use a small phone yang we already, because the keyboard is a little bit similar with our phone tu, we already identify where each of the alphabetical locate. So boleh type je tanpa tengok. Hebat, hebat. Macam kalau you nak jadi PA kan, PA, you nak jadi personal assistant. Dia check you punya how many times you boleh, how many words per times yang you boleh typing test. Actually you can take this course in online as well. Tengoklah how fast you can type. That's the good skill that you can put in your CV as well. Berapa laju. Ada orang boleh type tanpa tengok ni. Actually if you are a good in using the keyboard kan, you type tanpa you pandang dia punya keyboard ni. Right? Ada tak boleh orang buat macam tu? Dia dah used to it. You dah tahu dah. Sebab kita punya keyboard ni QWERTY. Itu standard. If we change that's logic, I believe that most of you couldn't use properly the keyboard. Ini sebenarnya research ni. Dia buat keyboard ni QWERT. Dia tengok the frequent word yang kita use tu. So di mana it locate. Interesting, right? Until we used to it now, the keyboard is like this. Okay. But I believe that there still can improve it. Macam apa ni? Remote control. Okay. Dulu punya banyak button tu, but we normally use volume, channel, right? Okay. Kalau Astro ialah you need to choose the number, use all the number, right? But normal remote, but now they move to smart. You only have a limited button and you might use your voice. Okay? Lower the volume, higher the volume. But that one must be connect with internet lah. Okay. Okay, so this one is an example designed by designer. Okay. Suggest moving target button closer. Because the button close to your hand is much more easier. Macam yang ni button dia dekat atas. So it's hard for you to touch while you are pegang dia kan, handling the device. So you cannot use one hand. You need to have two hands. But this, you can actually reach the button, right? So you can touch it. Making them larger for extremely commonly used button. This is what they mean by bigger, kan? So if large button, easy for you to touch. Instead of the small, you need to zoom, kan? Kadang-kadang you need to zoom, kan? You have the interface that you need to zoom, then you can touch the button because gemuk banyak makan kan. Jadi touch screen tu dia dekat-dekat button dia tu, yes dengan no. You afraid you might accidentally to choose no instead of yes. So you pitch it, you make it bigger, then only you can touch. That's why they mention bigger, much more easy. Put things in edge and corner because of this one lah. Easily to reach. Okay. Jari besar sangat, selalu sangat dengar. Ya, bukan. Jadi gemuk. Alah, sihat. Don't worry, it's healthy. Okay. Okay. So, jadi sangat dengar. Okay. Bukan ejek. No, that's not to teach those have a big hand. No. It's give we think of different user. Ada orang jari kecil, ada orang jari besar kan, ada orang jari cumil kan. Because we are different size, right? Belum lagi talking about behavior ni size saja on the physical. Okay. Then we try to fit all user can use it. That's why the more the universal the universal users that you can reach, your product will be hit in the market lah. We expect like that lah. But if you design for a few user yang boleh guna saja. Contohlah you create a product purposely for right-handed. So you punya market is for right hand punya user saja or left hand user. But if you put together right hand pun okay, left-handed pun okay, yang jadi kecil, jadi besar, jadi setengah apa semua pun boleh pakai. So the universal product will be people choose more lah kan? And because one family, kadang-kadang anak dia different physical size. So of course they choose the universal one. If you refer to the market, there is a lot product yang dia design for universal kan? Universal adapter kan? Semua dah guna perkataan universal because they want to reach more customer. Okay. Further reading. Okay, if you're interested in FitLaw, okay, please go through this. I believe not only this link, this is directly to get the improving usability with FitLaw. Sebab dia ada kena dengan nama orang kan, jadi nak sebut tu. Okay. Feel free to go through this. But if you Google also, you can get a lot of sources there. Okay. When you shouldn't use FitLaw, you can also refer this one. This is good for user experience. Okay. Okay, next, we have a lot of slides. That's why I need to reduce the time. Next, human abilities, cognition. Okay, cognition. Let's go to cognition. Cognition, the mental action or process of acquiring knowledge and understanding through thought, experience, and sense. You punya cognition. Children from baby, children, young adult, elderly, they have a different cognition. Okay, cognition psychology, the study of how people perceive, learn, and remember. Okay, they have to type. Sometimes they only mention about cognition, but sometimes they purposely use the word cognitive psychology. Okay, this is focusing on the psychology. Process by which we became acquainted with things, or in other words, gain knowledge, understanding, remembering, reasoning, attending, creating a new idea. So this is all about cognition. Understanding, remembering, reasoning, attending, creating a new idea. So this related with cognition. How human and computer interact with one another in terms of knowledge transmitted by them, most relevant and most studies aspect memory. Okay. We talk about the memory. Cognition, of course, it's include using the brain, so it have a memory abilities. Also described in terms of specific process on your attention, okay, on your perception, what do you think, your recognitions, you can recognition the image, your memory, your learning style or learning style, and also your learning ability, your reading, speaking, and listening, problem solving, planning, reasoning, decision maker. All these are also cognition. Okay. Information processing. Behind the scene of information processing, when you want to process the info, right? So your input channel should be your eyes, sight, what you hearing, when you touch it, and when you smell it, and when you taste it, the 5 senses. Okay, that's the input. So encoding information from environment in some kind of internal, which is you think, right? You think in your brain. Okay. So internal represent is compared with memorized represent you comparison. Okay. Of course, the brain included the memorized. Concerned with deciding, you might decide which one better, this one or this one. Where should I wear? The red one or the blue one? Macam tu lah dia compare. concerned with deciding on the response tadi just now. Organize response and necessary actions. Depend what kind of decision that you want to do, right? You see, and then maybe you want to use which shirt that you prefer in. Which one to buy, right? To make a decision lah, to reasoning, decisioning, anything. So input, comparison, okay, this one processing. Extends to the information of processing model, how information is perceived by the processor, how information is attended to. Okay, encoding, compare, respond, and then execute. Okay, so this is included your attention and also memory. Okay, so attention. Need to consider certain aspect of attention, like what you did now. Are you giving a pay attention to my teaching right now? That's like attention. Focus and divided attention. Focus attention is the cocktail party good. Okay, syndrome, hearing your name in a crowd. Suddenly I call a name. Okay. Aiman ada. Aiman ada. Ada ke dalam kelas ni nama Aiman? Amirul yang senyum. Ada. So if you focus attention, you are listening to me, immediately you respond. Me, right? I'm here. But if you are not focused, of course lah. Aiman! Lecturer panggil. Kan? Tak panggil ni. Oh, barulah. Because you are not giving attention. Adakah Aiman kat sini? Adakah orang nama Aiman dalam kelas ni? Aiman tak kisah. Tu saya suka guna nama tu. Okay. Seeing someone out of the corner of your eyes. Dividing attention. Okay, attempt to attend to more than one things at a time. Ini kalau orang yang multitask lah. Dia lecture, at the same time dia makan. Ada yang tak puasa tengah makan. So, are you good at it? This is based on research and not me. People said that female ni have more attention. Dia ni ada divided attention. I'm bad at okay. Inilah saya nak cakap. Perempuan, female dia boleh buat divided attention. That's why your mom dia boleh buat multitask. Dia masak a few things together. Dia masak dalam masa yang sama dia basuh kain. Dia masak dalam masa yang sama dia jaga anak. That's the behavior of a woman. Itulah superwoman kan. But male, jangan marah lah. Tapi but of course this is research and not 100%, right? Not 100%. Some of the male dia ada divided attention actually, but most of it they only have a focused attention. Kan? Ada yang kata true pun. Dia tak boleh buat kerja lain. Dia tengah drive. Janganlah kacau dia drive. Dia tak boleh fokus. Bila dia drive, dia fokus kepada driving only. They cannot drive and talk with you. Dia bukan divided attention. Tapi dia tengok perempuan, popet dia boleh drive. See how good is it? I wish I could play Minecraft while driving. Oh, itu bahaya. Kadang-kadang the divided attention ni is based on logic lah. Mana boleh yang terlalu extreme action. The activity should be yang lenient lah kan. You driving or talk, boleh lah. Tapi lelaki dia tak boleh sebenarnya, dia punya attention tu tak boleh. You tanyalah dia soalan, dia tak boleh jawab nanti. Contoh lah kan. You cerita-cerita kan, hari tu kan kita pergi gini, ingat tak? Apa? Macam tu lah lebih kurang. Dia tak dapat catch the information, dia tak boleh process. Because now dia tengah fokus ni, jalan tengah jam ni. Macam tu lah, something like that. Okay. So this is based on research, but I believe that there is a male also yang ada divided attention. Dia boleh divided attention. But like I said lah, the activity should be yang easy lah. Macam contohlah you buat benda yang taklah ekstrim. Contoh bagi aktiviti yang ekstrim sikit. Macam tadi Iziat kata ni lah terlalu ekstrim. Minecraft dengan driving tu. Boleh, tapi that's for your safety lah. Because if you play game, you immerse. Macam game ni, that's why game is relate with the word immerse tau. You immerse with the game, then something will happen to you lah, which is we try to avoid. That's why Kalau talking about the safety of the on the road, okay, you tak boleh buat apa-apa. Even actually, people said don't drive while text, right? Ataupun jangan cakap dalam phone. So dia guna apa ni? Macam ni apa? Headset. Actually headset pun tak boleh. Hands free pun you cannot use because your attention will divert to what you are talking to. Macam tu, tak boleh. You cannot pay attention. Sometimes lah because of that. Itulah yang orang prefer. Dulu dia buat phone, so you kena hands free. Okay, hands free, pakailah ni. Kan, pakai ni. Actually, this one also cannot because your attention will focus on this, you might lose the other attention. So, there is a test actually, ada test to see that you are focus attention or divided attention. You boleh tengok dekat internet lah, banyak sangat skill test ni kan, kalau you boleh search. Okay. So in both case you have been distracted and may have to be the information. Okay. Alternatively can have divided attention, can carry on conversation. Macam yang simple kan, two things you can do once, macam tengok TV dengan makan. Kan? Sebab tu tengok panggung wayang, wajib kan? Mesti ada makanan, popcorn apa semua. Tapi saya tak boleh. I cannot eat the popcorn while watching movie. Hilang saya punya attention untuk feel the movie. I don't know why people kan dia boleh lah beli nugget lah, beli apa, dia makan sambil tengok cerita tu. I don't know, do you think that you will more feel, lagi banyak makan, lagi feel tengok movie tu? Apa, ada tak you all punya feel yang macam tu? Ada orang tak? Ada orang. Lagi banyak makan, lagi dia feel cerita tu. Oh, best. Dia makan lagi banyak. For me, I cannot. I need to pay attention with the movie. I want to get along with the movie kan. Macam mana you tengah makan tiba-tiba feel tu sedih, nangis. Kan? Feel sedih. So, nak makan pun tak lalu. I don't know. I couldn't. Because my friend always like that. Tengok wayang je, movie je. Popcorn. I don't want. I want to focus on the movie. Okay, yang itu okay. Makan sambil tengok movie, makan sambil minum kopi, kan? Berborak sambil minum kopi. That's the divided attention tu okay. Yang small thing. Yang very extreme tu macam play game dengan driving tu, itu danger lah. Which is quite extreme. Right? So user attention at the interface. Okay, this is come to our course. Okay, of course what we seen is the interface. That's why user attention at the interface. Since we know user can be distracted involuntarily, we need to consider how we can get their attention again. Get them to focus on what they should be looking at. Komputer tu mana ada suara kan? Hey, look here. Hey, look here. Contohlah, you tengok, then you fall asleep. Boleh ke komputer tu remind you, hey, don't sleep, look at me. Kan macam mak saya ada behavior macam tu. Dia tengok TV, but at the end TV tengok dia. Macam tu lah. So dia tak ada attention benda ni semua. So how we want to get them pay attention with our interface back. That's the interface that we want to attract them. If you have experience, you go one website and then you feel susahnya, menyampahnya tengok website ni, then you choose another website. Okay, you do a searching, right? So you read something. So sometimes in the interface you don't like kan? So you kata, penatnya mata tengok, tak seronoknya baca, right? So you turn to change to others interface. Something like that. So how we want to take that to ask the users attention of our interface, because our interface couldn't tak adalah you orang nak design dengan keluar suara, itu lagi menakutkan kan. Ada tu interface kan, you tengok website, you nak tukar, jangan tukar, wait, give me a 5 second to elaborate you the content of this page. Scary, semua orang lari kan. Even though I have a tabung kan, tabung tu bila you masuk duit, dia keluar budak ketawa. Do you think it's a good product or bad product? What do you think? Tabung kan? We know all tabung kan? My tabung, dia keluar suara tau. Even every time you put a coin inside, ada suara budak ketawa. Scary, right? Scary. what happened if I didn't put the coin someday? Dia ketawa tiba-tiba. Scary. I don't know. Sometimes mungkin budak rasa suka kan. Sometimes budak macam patung yang diorang beli apa ni? Barbie. Okay, Barbie tu. You baringkan dia nangis kan. You tegakkan dia ketawa macam tu kan. Ada patung yang macam tu yang dia buka mata tutup mata macam tu kan. So the product is get the child attention. Kalau dia react macam tu, so orang sukalah. Oh dia baringkan, dia tidur, oh dia bangun, dia buka mata. So they catch the attention lah instead of dia tak ada feel. You letak ke, you baring ke, macam tu je rupa dia. So that's the good product actually kan. Good product, bad experience. Okay. Yeah, maybe that's good. Okay, good product, yes, that's good product. Okay. You catch the attention, right? But experience at the night, takut lama-lama kan. So cognitive psychology provide a number of techniques which can be used. Okay, reduce search time. To emphasize. Okay, these two things is related with cognitive psychology. What you can do is you give easily out to user. So user will reduce their punya search time because they know already, like what my research did before. We want to make sure that all the users are easily find all the web object. The button, web object is the button. You think that normally search engine is on the right side, on the top right side, right? So you will search there. Or you think that normally the category is inside the the product is in category list, so you know already. So that's reduce the time. So research saying that you cannot click more than 3 times. Kalau you nak cari sesuatu kan, jangan lebih daripada 3 times. Ada you pergi dekat laman web, you click more than 3 times. Klik sini, klik sana, klik sini, baru yang ke-6 klik baru jumpa information tu. So that's the bad user interface. So don't go more than 3. Dapat 1 dah okay. 2 okay, 3 okay, but more than 3 is a bad user interface. Okay. Another thing is using a divider, window, color. Okay. Easy to read. Kan easy to read, you use divider. Okay, color make you feel. Okay, so this is talking about the structure. So this playing around with our psychology. Okay, focus attention at the interface. Alert user to new or important information. Look at me. Takkan you nak letak sound dekat you punya interface? Hey, look at me. So it should be using the features or function of it. Macam flashing, okay, video, auditory warning, alert ke, something like alert instead of sometimes boleh lah letak voice ke, I don't know, but do you think you prefer a voice? Kalau you are talking to Eliza, kau okay lah kan? Hi, Siri hi Siri, can you tell me what is the weather for tomorrow? What is the best place to go for healing? Macam tu lah, macam tu. You talk to it. That's get your attention actually, right? So locating information on screen guided by its relative importance. Important, requiring immediate attentions. Prominent, less important, less prominent, much less important. So my research is actually after I created the guideline, the location of web object. So I do test. Okay, I did test. Okay. Our test is using the eye movement. We call it eye tracking. Okay. If you go for research, there is a lot of eye tracking, mouse clicking tracking. Okay, you want to check where is the place that most users are look at. That's the more people look at means that it's more important. Of course, it's a content base. Okay? You nak tengok, orang selalu tengok content di sebelah mana. So normally they are focusing on the middle side, middle area. Okay. middle is important. So less, the below part. Jarang-jarang orang tengok bawah kan, copyright apa semua. That's yang less important. But still important. You need to put the copyright issues, right? But it's less important for the user who doesn't care about it. So copyright is still there, but in the below part. Important part, above and middle. Middle is the content. Normally it's the content. Above part is you want to see what is the website all about, right? So the highlight is the above part. Okay. Structuring informations is easy to navigate through. Right amount, of course, if you are designing of interface of mobile and you are designing desktop mobile, it have a different size. And the information is basically is limited for mobile. That's what I like about Wix. Okay, when you design a website, it have these two platforms, desktop and also mobile. The mobile one is a simpler. Others website builder, they don't provide this. You will get notice those website have a mobile view or don't have mobile view. Of course, you can use your browser to open the website, right? But look at the screen. If the screen similar what you see in the desktop and mobile, that's not mobile view. Okay? That's still desktop view, just in your mobile view. Okay? But if you see in desktop and also the mobile, different. Okay? The mobile, of course, more simple view. That's mobile view. Okay, so you need to identify your users might use a mobile, desktop. So you need to have this kind of desktop view and also mobile view. Okay. Now we go to Gestalt principle. So I think this is the second law, right? Just now, fit law, and then this one is the Gestalt principle. Gestalt is a physical term which means unified whole. Gestalt principle calls us to associate visual elements into whole based on proximity, group by distance or location, similarity, group by type, symmetry, group by meaning, continuity, group by flow of lines or alignment, closure, perceived shape that are not completely there. Okay, this is Gestalt. Gestalt also very related with the HCI. Okay, done. Now, memory. I think this is the last sense, right? Memory. Okay. No. We already done, right? The five sense. Eyes, just now. Lastly is combination of noise dengan apa tadi? Touch, feel taste and smell sekali. This is another thing lah, memory. Okay, 3 types of memory: sensory, short term, and long term. So human tends to remember novel and unexpected event rather than regular recurring one. Human are pattern recognition animal, matching things that appear similar to past event. Okay, ni human ability. Kita normally is tend to remember benda yang frequent. That's why actually, okay, our memory is also based kepada the environment. Kalau orang lost memory ni kan, so normally they will bring back the place that the person is used to it, right? Untuk bring back the memory. And we also in the memory to remember it, we use pattern, kan? Remember the number, the phone number. How you remember the phone number? Some of you might think of 3 word, 3 number, 4 number, right? 3, 2, 2, 4, something like that. That's the pattern lah, pattern. Okay. Apa ni dia kata kat sini? Sensory memory. Okay. Sensory memory is the shortest term element of memory. So it's kind of a buffer for stimuli received through the 5 sense. Okay. Through the 5 sense lah, sight, hearing, smell, taste, and touch, which are retained accurately but very briefly. Okay. For example, The ability to look at something and remember what it looked like with just a second of observations is an example of sensory memory. Then you play a game. Okay, you open the card. Okay, so you need to remember later on this card is where, right? Where is the card is similar with this card? Something like that. So open and then close. Okay, and then which is the card have this same pattern? So you need to remember again. Macam tu lah, main something. Or sometimes you apa ni? Advertisement board. Kan? You look once, you could mention, but you still remember some of the things there. So sensory memory for visual stimuli is sometimes known as iconic memory. Oral stimuli is known as the echoic memory, such as the haptic memory. Inilah sensory memory for these three things. Okay, iconic, okay, echoic, haptic memory. Okay, next, short-term memory. Okay, the ability to remember and process. I know that you couldn't remember all, but this is all about HCI. We need to go through. Okay, tak perlu nak hafal. Don't worry. Okay, just you have that some knowledge is good. Okay. The ability to remember and process information at the same time, short-term memory. It holds a small amount of information, typically around 7 or less. Okay, in mind inactive, readily available state for short period of time, typically from 10 to 15 seconds or sometimes up to 1 minute. Okay, you boleh ingat berapa lama. Attention allow us to selecting choose what is copied from perceptual to working memory. Example, cocktail party effect. Okay. Ada orang katakan saya ni jenis short term memory loss. Dia tak boleh ingat benda yang simple-simple gitu. Yang you meet someone in the party, contohlah kan, you meet someone in the party and at the next day you need to recall back. So because of the short time on the while the party only at the party so that you don't meet them kan. Saya ingat saya ada jumpa seorang kawan ni tapi saya lupa lah nama dia apa, dia bagi tahu. Because you did talk to him or her kan, tapi you ada short memory. Baru happen semalam kan, you want to remember again, you couldn't because you only meet once kan. It's only one action, okay, and you have inilah ada short memory sikit lah, you couldn't remember. But if you have a good short memory, saya ingat nama dia si Ali, dia pakai baju warna biru, dia pakai seluar warna hitam. That's good short term memory. Okay, you can remember everything even though it's in a short time. Okay? Temporary recall informations, where my car, this is always happen. Okay, I'm not sure you all have this experience. You park a car. Okay, you park a car. That's why people always suggest you take a pictures of the wall, of the situation. Then you need to take a pictures. Sometimes kita lupa kan. We are in rush, in hurry kan. You park the car and then you go. Actually, it's happened to me a few times. Bukan zaman saya dah tua ke apa semua. Masa tu saya muda-muda lagi. Tapi because of the rushing kan, I park and then I go. Then when I go back, okay, kerja dah selesai kan. Tak jumpa 1 jam looking my car. Okay. Tak jumpa because I did not remember it. Because you just park and then you just go. You don't know what level, which area, you don't know because you memang tak remember anything because you forgot to do that. Unless you dah ingat dah. Okay, ni tingkat 1. Okay, tiang nombor L. Saya selalu dekat curve kan. Kia tu kan, L. Okay. So after that you return, tiang berapa, level berapa. Itu short memory loss. Because you already remember it right, but you cannot recall it back. Itu loss. Phone number, I just rehearsal and that. Can you remember your friend's phone number? Saya cuma ingat 1 number je. Nombor telefon rumah mak saya. Itu saja saya boleh hafal. Nombor kawan saya, I couldn't. No, right? Lagi-lagi, nowadays we have phone. We just put in our phone book and then we don't bother what the number. that's actually very serious. At least you need to remember your parents' number or your close friend. Mesti. Because sometimes we might lost our phone, we will lost connection lah kalau you tak ingat number phone siapa-siapa. So at least try to remember your close friend number or your parent name, parent phone number. Okay. Tu kita kena rehearsal kan, dia kata just rehearsal and dial. Susah nak ingat tapi kalau you use it, macam of course for me I dah biasa dial up my phone my mom number kan, so I boleh ingat. Tapi itu pun nombor rumah bukan nombor phone dia. Nombor phone dia pun saya tak ingat. Saya cuma ingat nombor rumah. Nombor telefon rumah general. So this is what happen nowadays. The more technology we have, we might tend to lose some of our memory. Because we rely 100% on the technology, right? Macam now, I have a class, I have everything, my phone yang by help of my phone. Okay, all the reminder, all the number, all the notes I put in my phone. What happened if my phone lost? Lagi-lagi orang yang tak pandai hafal, yang short memory ni dia susah bila dia tak hafal dia punya password sendiri. It's not good actually, you use one password to everything. Once someone break it, habis you. Dia dah tahu dah. Kan? Okay. Name of someone I just met, okay. Biasalah dah tua kan. So sometimes I might forgot your name. But if I can remember you, okay, which is good lah actually kan. So normally in my class, because UMS dulu our class is only 1 to 2 subject, right? So I try to remember all the names towards the end of the semester. So end the semester saya boleh kenal semua orang. Lagi-lagi kalau buat kerja work lah, because they need to have a consultation with me. So in grouping. So I identify them based on group. Selalunya saya identify orang daripada group. Kalau personally, depend. Kalau you memang aktif, always talk to me, always put in the chat. Boleh lah saya kenal kan? Always ni siapa? Nasrullah, Izdiat, siapa yang selalu talk to me. Something like that lah. So that's make you, because rehearsal make us remember, right? Recall, rehearsal. Okay? Use for calculation, reading, fast reaction. Okay, so calculation, this one also included in STM lah. Like cache memory in the CPU. Macam CPU punya cache ni dia sikit-sikit dia ambil kan. Macam itulah. This is a metaphor of our memory. What make an expert? Okay, the ability of expert to package information into chunk in STM. Kalau kita kata dia expert kan, the expert boleh ingat. You bagilah dia, okay, you test dengan yang memory test tadi. So where is this? Oh, very accurate. Yang you play around. Okay, tell me where is the ball? Contohlah kan. Here. So dia boleh jadi expert bila dia become they have a good this ability, they will recognize as an expert lah. Okay, can be a group. So normally what expert did, okay, dia pun ada dia punya teknik untuk ingat macam mana. Make a story. Okay, macam do you still remember how you remember the trigonometry punya function tu apa? Aku suka tengok kau. Yang all, sin, cos, apa tu kan? Remember yang trigonometry yang aku suka tengok kartun, aku suka tengok kau. I don't know what story that you made from it. So rainbow. How you identify the 7 color? You make a story from it, right? Saya dah lupa apa cerita tu, saya dah lupa nak ingat benda tu. Anyone still can remember what you learn in your primary or secondary school that you make as a story or wording, something like that. So actually there is a technique lah how to become expert on. You need to rehearsal, right? Michael Jackson kena halau balik India Utara. Ini apa ni? Michael Jackson kena halau balik India Utara. Oh, the 7 rainbow. Is it? Macam ni. Wow. Saya pun tak ingat. Tapi okay, yes, I also actually create some word like that one, tapi saya forgot apa dia. Michael Jackson kena halau balik India Utara. Oh, okay. Okay, boleh guna. Any other else? Yang you learn fizik, kimia, bio, right? The apa ni? Yang jadual kimia tu panggil apa, saya dah lama lupa dah. Itu pun ada cara untuk ingat dia kan? Saya pun lupa. Because I like kimia, okay, but I hate biology lah. Okay, the kimia, the skala. Dia panggil apa, skala? Kimia skala. Ni pun apa nama dia, skala-skala macam tu kan. Saya hafal lagu periodic table dekat YouTube tu. Macam mana lagu tu? Macam mana lagu tu? Cuba nyanyi sikit. Izzat, macam mana lagi nyanyi lagu tu?
Malulah video.
Macam mana?
Malulah video.
Ada pula. Alah, tak kisahlah, kita share kan, kita share. So, interesting. I also still remember that how I remember that they can be skala too. Interesting because I like that one. Mix this one to be this one become what, right? So I love that one also. So I believe that you also have your own style how to remember it. Ableh, apa tu maksud ableh? Lupa saya. Maksudnya can you explain more? Imbakub, apa tu? Imbakub stand for what? Amirul, Nasrullah, apa tu? Ableh is what? A-B-L-E-H. Karangan BM. Oh, I don't know because I believe that everyone do like that. Account, on the account maybe you need to remember certain something, right? So this is used because I also found in your exam punya answer tu kan, ada orang yang dia hafal benda tu, dia cepat-cepat tulis dekat situ kan. So dia ada story dekat situ. So dia lupa padam lah kali kan. So lucu saya tengok dekat situ. Both math stand for what? So there's a lot of technique that you can use to remember this short memory. Okay. Compared to novice, expert can form and use chunks that are longer, more complex. Normally, they use this grouping, something that make a story. Yeah. The capacity of STM is about 5 chunks, but the chunk can be short and simple or long and complex. This is depend on the expert punya lah. Dia buat grouping tu. Macam to memory this one. Okay, in 3 seconds, can you remember it? 035521120. Done. Can you mention again the number? How many digit 4? How many digit 5? I thought you want to remember the whole thing. Okay, good Amirul. You get apa 6 word from it kan? 6 word. 355201. Betul ke 35501? 355 tak ada pun 201. Okay. Ingat 5 and 2 je, alah salah. So lepas apa soalannya ia tanya how many 4, how many 5, how many 6. Maybe 1. Is it 5? We have 3, 6, 1. I don't know. Let's look at the answer. How many 1 we have? 6, 1, 5, 3, 5. Apa lagi satu soalannya? 4, 5, 6. 4 langsung tak ada. See? So to easiest remember, instead of this one just now, okay, you put in the compressed number. Okay, instead of this one, it's much more easy to understand because it's already divided into group. Chunk in the group. So 603 5521 1205. Instead of just now 6035520. Susah nak hafal. So 344 easy. Normally number phone lah. Kan kalau saya buat number phone 017 29 46 506. Saya punya cara sebut nombor phone lah. Kalau nombor phone yang rumah 07 9236 323. 4 dengan 3. So it's depend on your pattern that you created. Okay, but normally we will do in chunk lah. So on average, a person can remember roughly between 5 to 9 chunk of information STM. Okay, in short term memory lah. Depend on category. Okay, number not more than 7. Macam tadi lah, kalau saya I can remember for group kan. Letter 6. So did you check that normally you remember a car flat number? You always remember the the number or the letter? Sorry, terbalik. The letter or the number? What do you think? Which one easier? Letter or number easy to remember? Anyone? Letter. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Good, is it? Me also always remember letter. Nombor yang depan tu kan, nombor flat yang depan. Instead of the number yang belakang tu, saya selalu ingat yang letter dekat depan tu. WPS, SYM, macam tu lah kan. Saya sebut nombor flat kereta saya pula. Okay. So normally I remember the letter. Tapi ada orang, I did have a friends. Dia punya remembering different. Dia remember yang number tu. So ada tak orang yang remember the number juga dalam group ni, group kita ni? Kalau you are same with us, Iziat dengan saya, letter lah. We choose letter. How about number? Anyone always remember a flat car using a number? Kan dia ada nombor apa ni? 398. Kalau 3 nombor lah. Kalau 4, 2278. Contohlah macam tu. Okay. So I'm just randomly pick the number. So sometimes they prefer number. Sometimes they prefer letter. So actually, it depends on individual preference. But actually, this will tell you who your personality sebenarnya. Adalah macam personality test dekat internet kan. Kalau orang yang remember number ni macam mana, orang yang remember letter ni macam mana. So there is a two types of person that remember number and letter. Okay. So how many chunk in this one? www.bestbookbuy.com 20? Not really www. So normally we remember www.bestbookbuy.com. Right. Sometimes we break into best book buys. Something like that lah. Okay. So expert perceive visual stimuli different than novice. Expert chunk more larger. Novice smaller and rich semantic, but for novice syntactic. Kita ni novice lah, kita bukan expert kan. Normally. Kalau orang yang expert dalam memory ni, dia more semantic information. Not only certain word, certain info they can remember, is more than that. Pattern. Identifying pattern can be useful in optimizing short-term memory. This is also a good research. Okay, you do a pattern. Macam there is a friends lah, dia buat pattern untuk identify flat number. So dia apa ni, sistem polis kan, dia identify yang plat number ni it's a Malaysian or Singaporean, something like that. They have a pattern recognition. Yang the in one sekarang yang tengah demand, yang tengah trending, dia buat pattern signal kan. I'm not sure that in you will learn image recognition or pattern identifying later on kan. You belajar apa ni, machine learning kan. Dia boleh identify. You buat macam ni, apa maksud dia ni, buat macam ni, ada pattern lah, pattern recognize. Okay. For me, I'm doing a pattern, okay, but pattern on designing a website lah. Okay. Okay. Ni apa ni maksud dia? Hey, how do you read this? Anyone can read this one? HEC ATRANUPTHETREET. I couldn't read. Anyone can read? Tak boleh. Ni bukan untuk di-read kan? Ni untuk remember. I think so. Because I don't see the next slide. Okay. So remember this one. ATRANUPTHETREET. Jannah. Oh ya, apa tu Jannah? Next. The cat went up the tree. Aduh. Ada orang boleh baca tadi? Saya pun tak boleh baca. Tadi mana? Ni. Oh, because it was not in pattern. Sebab tu you tak boleh baca. Betul tak? Remember the long text that we have in last lecture in the lab session, right? You can read, right? You can read because the pattern is there. But this one totally different. Siapa boleh baca ni memang hebat. The word is all there, but it's not in pattern. Okay? That's why actually the word is the cat ran up the tree. Aduh, boleh ke? The cat, the T dekat sini kan, ni C for cat, up 3, ni TTEE. No, I don't have that ability to pattern it by my own. Tak boleh. Anyone here? Ada? Fatin, apa tu Jannah? Tiba-tiba Jannah itu. Oh, Jannah ada ni. Ada seorang kan nama Jannah Nick tu kan? Jannah boleh baca? Oh, hebat tu. Okay. Jannah nak baca. Okay, Jannah nak baca. Okay. So I don't know who have this ability is very good ability lah. I also cannot make it as the cat ran up the tree. No, I cannot. Tak tahulah kalau Jannah baca the next slide tu. You all kan boleh buka slide kan? Saya kena scam. Aduh. Alright, okay. Next. Say the colour of the word. Book. Say the colour. Say the colour of the word. Okay. Say the colour of the word. Okay. Green, red, blue, yellow, orange, pink, black. Okay. Okay. Jangan buka slide yang seterusnya. Okay. So everyone done? Okay. Okay. Okay, done. Now, pink, black, blue, red, orange, green. Which one easiest? The first one or the second one? Which one can easier? Which one difficult? The first one easy, right? Because books is other things, pencil is other things. When come to the second, okay, you tend to read because it's also color, green, orange, red, black, pink color, blue, okay? But the instruction asks you to read based on the word, the color of the word. Means that it's green, but the color is pink. You need to say pink instead of you read the word green. So this one is kind of hard because you know green is this green color, right? And you tend to read because that's a part of color as well. Susah yang second, right? Because it's mixed up. It's mixed up because our ability is already tend to understand that green is green, right? Orange is orange, but now the green is become pink and the orange become black. So this is a good practice. Okay, this is a good practice. Bila you dah practice, oh you boleh expert. Give me anything. I can read this pink, black. No, see, I also want to say red instead of blue. Okay, but you can practice. Actually, you can practice. Okay, took longer. Yeah, this one took longer because it mixed up with your human ability that it tends to read the color as well. Okay, so this is known as stroke effect. So there is a name of it. Ni penyakit stroke effect lah. Stroke effect. And then an example of interference during retrieval. So remember lah, when you do interface, don't do like this one because you will make your user hard time. Okay, you give green but you put pink like that, which is it's a hard time for your users. Okay. So interference and recency. Okay, item in short-term memory can affect by new incoming informations, which is the interference. Okay, so affect decay rate of short-term memory. Typically, newer items are easier to recall than older items. The recency effect. The stroke effect is an interference effect that occur when one is forced to interpret. Yang tadi lah. This is to interpret just now. Okay, the stroke effect. So we are forced kan to interpret the word in this list as a color based on the hue in which they are written. So the brain gets confused. Our brain is confused because we are taught that what a word read is more important than its color. That's normal human, normal human. Okay. So this term refer to a phenomenon that which it is easier to say the color of a word if it's matched. Okay? Kalau dia match, red is red, blue is blue, orange is orange, purple is purple. Easy, right? Orange, blue, green, red. Dah color dia macam tu. The word also match with the word. So easy for us to read. So the third line is kind of difficult for us. We tend to read the word instead of we identify the word, right? Because we normally read, not to identify it. That's why normally we read first blue, purple, green. Okay. Ada satu video saya tengok dia buat testing macam ni. Dia cakap, dia bagi tahu dengan dia punya husband. Okay. This is expert test. Dia cakap, read after me. Okay, read after me. Dia punya instruction ialah read after me. Red, blue. Dia ikutlah red. Yang kawan tu cakaplah red, blue, blue. Okay. What colour my shirt? Dia pergi jawab. Betul tak? What colour my shirt? Blue. Lepas tu, salah, wrong, you are wrong, dia cakap. Lepas tu dia ulang lagi, red, red, blue, blue. What colour my shirt? Dia ingat dia sebut salah colour. Tadi dia sebut red, betul dia sebut maroon. So actually, he should repeat the word right. What colour of my shirt again? Because our brain tend to answer the questions. Cubalah, kalau you nak tengok attention focus orang tu kan, you play with her or with him lah. Okay, repeat after me. Okay, testing Repeat after me. Okay, red, blue. What colour of rainbow? Oh, dia pun menghafal. What colour of rainbow? No, actually you need to repeat the word, right? So actually after I'm watching that video, then I only understand what's the meaning behind it. So saya pun sebenarnya kalau saya jadi orang yang ditanya pun saya akan jawab instead of I repeat the word. Because our brain is already used to answer the question, right? Something like that. So say the color of the word. Okay, so green, blue, orange. This row is easy. Green, blue, orange, purple, green, red, yellow, right? So how about this one? Say the color, not read the text, huh? Orange, purple, green, red, unless you already set in your mind. Okay. Look at the color, look at the color, look at the color. Kan? Instead of you read, look at the color, look at the color. So that's why what I'm doing just now. Okay. Orange, purple, green, red, yellow, orange, purple, yellow, blue, red, green, blue. See? And this one quite easy because it's not interfere, right? So green, blue, orange, purple, just the word is kind of easy to pronounce it. So easy for you to identify the color. So interference in design. In design, what happened if we are using this situation? Okay, so stop in green, stop, go in red. Because we always think that red is warning. So red should in, stop, right? Go should be green. So do you think you will miss out with this? That is a road construction, right? Road construction. And the person who control the road is handling this sign. Okay. They say to you go, but there is a red color used there. Do you think you will go? Of course, we tend to look the color first, right? I'm not sure. This is happen when your brain is translating the word or translating the color. Okay, of course, when it's too far, okay, when it's have a distance, we tend to identify the color. For me, identify the color. I don't read first. I identify the color. Okay. Can you see the difference? Just now you read and this is in design. So we tend to figure out the color first. So if I see red, means I need to stop, right? But I didn't read, actually it's go there. So you need to understand the use of this color and also the word. which one go first? How about you? Do you think that you read first? No, right? I think normal human will look into the color first, not by reading first. Oh, this is good to do a testing kan? Interesting kan? Okay. So apa ni? All title list, author list, apa ni? Subject list, title or subject keyword. This is another example using in design. Okay. You use apa ni maksud dia? Title or subject. This been highlighted in blue, meaning that is it compulsory? I don't know what this mean, but this is to show the interference of design. Anyone have idea? Because you have all title, author list, subject list, and this one you can put either title or subject keyword. What is the bad thing here? For me, instead of you can go search by title, author, or subject, you can do both in typing here. But actually it's repeat, right? This one is you can choose. If you want to choose title search, you just use this this space. If you want to choose subject, you can use this space. But if you're not sure it's a title or subject, right? You can just key in here. Okay. Lebih baik buang semua kan, unless 1, 2, 3 have an option to choose. And then the last one is you don't have anything in your mind. You just type in. That's better lah. Okay. Another stroke effect is the stroke interference when entering a phone number such as 100 hello on a telephone keypad or dial 100 Canada. Ada orang kan yang dia buat macam ni, instead of dia kata 1-800 something, tapi dia tukar dalam bentuk ni, hello. Hello means H E mana L? L O. Maksud dia ialah 4, H for 4, 3, 5, 5, 0. What do you think? Is it easy for you? Instead of the number, you give you hello. Oh, I couldn't get this one. Which one you think better? Is it the whole number? I think they have a reason why they put here. Maybe they want to make it more creative word. Okay, but it's hard for the users to understand it. For me, it's hard for me. 100. Okay, I know because normally we see the number here. So 1800 is the number. So when it comes to hello, I need to identify where is H, where is E, L, and O. Instead of they directly give me 43550, right? Okay. So users should not be expected to behold more than 7 pieces of information in memory. Pattern can improve short-term memory, improve chunking, familiar word, icon. When creating a sequence of tasks, consider okay. This is when you do a design. Okay, so pattern can help you on short-term memory. Instead of you giving something, you put it in a pattern. Okay, something like icon. Okay, when creating a sequence also, you can do something on it lah, maksudnya. Okay, so long-term memory. Okay, let me finish at least part 2. Long-term memory, long-term storage of factual information, experience, and also, in short, everything we know. Okay, for long-term is something that we have the knowledge, we have the fact, and we have the experience of it. You have the experience, so it's more on long-term. Macam contoh-contoh you berlaku accidents kan. Accident is a long-term or short-term? You experience it, right? So it should be a long-term. Okay. Differ from short-term memory. Okay, capacity is enormous. Okay, needs to refreshing to prevent decay. Decay rate is very slow. Complete forgetting is debatable. This one is depend on everyone ability lah. Access time is slow. So this is to compare long-term dengan short-term memory lah. When the capacity needs decay rate, okay, for complete forgetting. Okay, So in long-term memory, we have two types, explicit declarative dengan implicit declarative. So dalam explicit ada episode dengan semantik, okay, live event dengan word, idea and concept. Implicit, okay, explicit, implicit you can identify lah dalam dua maksud dia kan. Implicit, procedural, skill, your skill, emotional condition. This is more on your dalaman, implicit. This one is more explicit on the environment. Okay. Long-term memory. This one is based on the fact lah, fact and memory. You need to remember this one. Animal apa? Mammal is an animal. Mammal has a vertebra. This is fact, right? This is fact. So it's a long-term memory lah. So information gets into long-term and also from short-term. Okay, via rehearsal and integration. So when you do rehearsal, you do repetition, so it become your long-term memory. The major task learning new material is to integrate it into the existing rehearsal. That's why sometimes if you change to new system, is taking a time for you to understand it, to put in your long-term memory. So for now, you use once, it's a short-term memory. But when you keep doing it, it became your long-term memory. Okay. Information is retrieval through associate with content of working. Retrieval can fail even when the information is present. Recall can be assist through sometimes you forgot the macam apa ni your password, you forgot. So what the system give you, the sentence that you choose for your forgot password or image. Is this your image? Banking always use that. Is this your image? You put your username, but it's appear to check with you your validation. Is this your image? Your image that you set before. If it's wrong, you need to change it. If you continue it, very unsecure. Your password may be someone getting your password. Okay. Banking is using that. Others using yang word to define. That one is a different thing. Yang to identify are you human or not, and this one is to retrieve your password. So either using your image or either using the word that you remember. What is your first teacher's name? Kan macam tu kan. They already give the question before actually. They ask you to create the question. And then you create the answer, both, right? But now they change, they give you the few option of answer question, you choose and you only remember the answer because you only can remember the answer. You cannot remember the question, right? So there is improvement on that. Okay. Recognition recall. Okay, recognition over recall, information get out, long-term recall, this is the queue lah, queue. You can use in your design also to use a queue, okay, to fast recognize. Okay, what is the name of the dinosaur from the light side? Anyone? Boleh ingat? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, what is it? Cannot, right? So you need to recall. Which is the dinosaur? Mana satu dinosaur ni ke? Cyclor Paspitloprocerus. Siapa yang minat dengan dinosaur ni senang lah you nak pronounce this word kan. Saya pun having a hard time to pronounce it. Lagi-lagi nak ingat dia kan. Palosaurus. T-Rex. T-Rex tu yang senang orang nak ingat kan, T-Rex. Okay. So which one? Kalau bagi okay. If give you this answer, I believe that most of you couldn't answer it. But giving you an option like this one, okay, you can see the pattern, right? You can see the pattern. I can see the pattern. The pattern is B, right? Anyone get same answer with me? B, right? The pattern, because I identify based on pattern recognition. Okay, so I believe it is B. Okay, this one. Early computer system used to rely on command line interface requiring record. I think you know how to do apa ni coding kan? Sometimes they give you the memory, the history that word that you use. So they bagi suggestion. So instead of you remember the whole things, it's already there to recall the memory. Okay, that's in the design lah. The shift to graphical user interface, which present common in menu, allowing much easier cognition. That's why when you use an icon, okay, normally what we use for icon for go back to home, yang gambar rumah kan, so we already identified. That's why there is a research. They ask the users the common icon that been used, because sometimes the icon we couldn't read it, we couldn't identify it. That's why the common icon is much more better, because people use to identify it frequently. Okay, something like this one. Okay, shift of the graphical which with the common. Dulu this is the Windows long time ago. You need to click this one, it's come up this one, but now it have a different kan, different punya kan. So which one is more usability? Because I don't use Windows. Those use Windows, you will experience the changing of this window punya screen. Okay, so this one dulu file open, okay. Now what happened? Do you still file select and open different things, right? Okay, or all these are windows from previous. Action, you want to undo, instead of you choosing the drop down, now you already have that button, undo, redo, or undo, right? Okay, this one is drop down. Okay, finish. Baru saya nak cakap dapur 12 dah. So there is a lot of example make useful, easy for users to identify it using a Dropbox. Is it easy for you to choose instead of you need to type in, right? Because sometimes we don't know what is the graded use, because your time and my time different. I didn't use A+, A-. No, my time is A1, A1, A2, B3, B4 macam tu. So when you create the design and maybe ini untuk peperiksaan, but it's for different generation. So tak bagus. My generation cannot use it, right? So something like that. Alright, I think it's already 12. Okay. I should stop for today. Okay. Next week we have another one more last part 3. Okay, part 3 for the mental model before we go for chapter 2. After that, only you have your lab assessment 1. Alright. With that, I think I don't want to take much more time. I believe that some of you might have a class, some of you might need to rest before your next class. Thank you, everyone. Do you have any questions? Ada soalan tak? Tak ada, so far okay. If you have any questions, further questions from the slide, feel free to ask me in the WhatsApp group, okay? So with that, thank you everyone. See you next week. Bye.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you, Doktor.
Thank you, Doctor.